Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of R&D Garage. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my videos. So today we're working on my 2008 FJ Cruiser. We're getting ready for Toyota Fest, which happens June 1st down in LA, Long Beach. Hope to see you there. So today we're replacing my very well-worn swaybar end links on the fronts. You can see the boot here is ripped. It doesn't look good. Time to get them out. And while we're in there, we're also going to be replacing the bushings as well. So this is great. So before we begin, I want to list off the tools we're going to be using. To start off, you're going to need a 17mm combination wrench, 17mm socket. We'll need a 6mm Allen key. Of course, the shiny new parts, as well as a 14mm socket as well. So before you start this project, you always want to compare the new part you got with the old one that's still on the truck. And just make sure, basically it's the same, only that one's worn, this one's brand new. And this looks great. And of course you want to do that with the bushing as well. I've already made sure that they're pretty much exactly the same, so we're ready to get going. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is take off this old end link. So there is a bolt right back here, a nut that has to come off, and then a nut on the other side of here. So let's do it. Actually, we're going to use this guy for this. Sweet. There's one. And then this one back here, unfortunately, you can't use the automatic tool here, so we're going to have to use the box end. And pull forward. And sometimes to break it, that's when the hammer will come in. So if this one, if I hadn't already have broken it, I would have had to tap on the end to get it nice and loose. Okay, almost got it here. Perfect. Off comes that, and now we can pull this off. Ugh, yeah, that, you know, ooh, I've got a lot of miles on my truck. I'm not easy on my cars. And yeah, it was definitely time for a replacement. Okay, now that we've pulled that off, we're going to change camera angles and I'll let you know how to take off the bushing. So I just wanted to add, on the other side of the car, these nuts were a lot harder to get off. And what I had to end up doing was placing the Allen key in the middle of the bolt and the open-ended wrench inside. And so by holding on to the Allen wrench, you can use your other hand to finally break it free. So there is an option like that. Okay, let's go for a different camera angle and we'll go tackle that bushing. Now we're going to take the bushing off. To do this, there are two bolts that must come off. This guy here and this one here. So we're going to hit it with the impact wrench. There's one. There we go. And you can see it's already coming loose. Okay. So first we'll pull off the bracket here, and then we'll take off the bushing. And the bushing, like the rears, have a split right here, which makes it easy to get on and get off. Okay, now we're going to clean up a little bit. We're going to hit simple green right here where the bracket was in the bushing, on the knuckle, and where the end link was. always like to be a little liberal with it. Get it nice and clean for the shiny new parts. And again, it's always good practice to open and get a fresh spot on your towel. Okay. Great. Okay, this looks great. We're gonna go ahead, change camera angles, and we'll be ready to put things on. Now we're ready to replace the bushing. You'll notice the new bushing also has a split like the old one, making it pretty simple to pop on. Also note that since the flat end is going to be pointing up, you'll want the split to face the rear of the vehicle. So let's put this guy on. And since it's new, it may be a little hard to snap on right away, but ooh, that's nice. That went on better than the other one. Okay, or faster anyway. So we'll point that up. Now we're gonna put on our bracket. So that should just go together like so. That looks good. Let's put those bolts in. So this one can be a bit of a bear because you have to make sure everything lines up. And we'll go ahead and screw these in. Great, we finally got the bushing and bracket on. We're good to go with that. Let's move to the end link now. Okay, so we've got the two nuts and we've got our end link. So good thing to remember is the longer part always goes on top and the shorter goes on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. There we go. And what's really great is this is adjustable. So even if it doesn't seem to fit the first time, you can kind of bend the bottom around and get it through. Okay, and this seems to go on, so let's go ahead and thread these on. There we go. There's one. Perfect. And we can get them, if you can get them a little bit better than finger tight before you start torquing, that works. If not, that's okay. So when you're tightening the nut on the back of the end link here, it will spin freely. So to get around this, go ahead and stick your Allen key right in the middle of the nut, and then you can tighten while holding it at the same time. And this is going to be somewhat slow and painful, but you will get there. You'll want to repeat that process of using the Allen key on the top side as well. Okay, we're just about done with this. A quick note about the sway bar to frame mounts. Before you torque them down, make sure that the whole weight of the vehicle is on the suspension. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and torque each of these bolts to spec, throw on the wheels, and we're good to go. I hope to see you at Toyota Fest. If not, thank you so much for watching our R&D Garage videos. Don't forget to like the videos and please subscribe. Thank you so much.